The regular Toyota Yaris has many strengths, but if you're being honest, you probably wouldn't count excitement as one of them. Well, that could be about to change with this, the Yaris GRMN. Not quite as catchy a moniker as GTI or Type R perhaps, but it has a broadly similar meaning. Besides, it's a lot catchier than what those letters actually stand for, that being Gazoo Racing, Meister of the Nürburgring. Okay. To explain just a little bit, Gazoo Racing is the umbrella brand for Toyota's various motor racing exploits around the world. And this car is inspired by the Yaris WRC car that competes in the FIA World Rally Championship. So does this car have proper motorsport pedigree, or is it all bark and no bite? We've come to Barcelona to find out. There is a certain amount of raciness inside the car, with swathes of suede effect trim, these chunky sports seats that have been specially designed, aluminium pedals and a steering wheel that's been derived from the one found in the GT86 Coupe. Other than that, it's fairly Yaris-like in here. The touchscreen infotainment system is a bit of a mystery when you're trying to figure out how it works, but there's loads of space, there's loads of luxury kit, and there's a big boot. Do bear in mind though that this is the only three-door Yaris offered in the UK, so getting into the back seats does take a little bit of bendiness. So the big question is, what is the GRMN like to drive? Well, happily, it's a bit of a riot. Power comes from the same supercharged 1.8 litre petrol engine you find in many Lotuses, and it gives you a very useful 212 horsepower. That's more than you get in the Peugeot 208 GTI and the forthcoming Fiesta ST, but not quite as much as you get in a Renault Sport Clio. However, with a 0 to 62 time of 6.4 seconds, this thing is faster away from the mark than any of those rivals. Numbers aside though, it's a really eager, energetic engine, and if you push the revs up a bit, it makes a really cool rally car-like noise. The suspension is really good as well. Compared to the regular Yaris, it's a lot lower, a lot stiffer, and a whole bunch of the parts have been replaced by performance-enhancing ones. But despite that, it's actually really forgiving, so it still gives you a comfortable ride. Yet the body still manages to stay impressively flat in the bends. In order to help the handling even further, a whole bunch of bracing has been added to make the car more rigid, and there's also a torque sensing differential to maximise grip and traction on the front end, allowing the car to stick steadfastly to your intended line. And take it from me, it really works. The one slightly sticky wicket is the steering. Yes, it's really fast and pretty accurate, but it doesn't give you the feedback that the best hot hatches do, and it will be a little bit light for some tastes. What's more, you can feel the wheel tugging around when you're hard on the power, and the weighting elsewhere is a little bit inconsistent. However, that doesn't stop this car being an absolute hoot.